Wow, 20 years of T2B already. Time has flown. So many incredible things have happened. I first noticed a picture, and you ladies, one thing that's improved is your hair. I gotta say that hair, wow.
You know,
that was a look.
Dave.
That was a look. You had like Princess Leia, but on top. So things have changed for the better.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
No, you. First of all, you look amazing. You've done amazing work in this community. I'm so proud to be a part of it. And let's talk about the honorees for just a second, because you brought that up. And how did you guys come up with that part of the gala? It's such a special part of every evening.
I can speak to that easily. Actually, it goes back to that same article. That article was published the day after Marty and I met, Doris and I met with Marty. And that evening, I got a phone call from Susan Langell. Her husband was the late Dr. Langell, and she called and said, "Are you Tania?" And I said, "I am." She goes, "I think I found my angels." And I said, "I'm sorry, I don't know who this is." And I'm talking to this lady on the phone that I don't know. And she says, "You're my angel. I found my angel. I found what I was looking for." So she was explaining that her husband had passed away. She had wanted to honor her husband in some sort of way, but didn't know what to do and where to start. So she asked us if she could help us with Transition to Betterness. And she gave us our first ever donation. And we honored Dr. Langell that first year.
Yeah, it's true. And for me, Dave, the honoree goes back and just most recently, because we've honored so many people, and that's a hard part because you get close to the families. I think the fundraising part, the event planning, is a breeze. But once you get close to these people, it becomes a challenge. And that was really hard. I wouldn't have known that in my 20s. My dialogue has changed since then as we've lost friends like Lisa Lucente, who was on our board. Michelle Maitre, who was a colleague of mine, and I referred to her as one of the very first persons that gave us an auction item. So for me, it was this one man that came up to me, and I love the story, and it sticks with me more than anything, was that his wife was being honored, and he says, "You know, we were married for 50 years. And he goes, "We had a good life." He goes, "I just retired from Chrysler." And he goes, "Every year," he goes, "we go on vacation." And he goes, "She always criticized me for never staying at a 5-star hotel." And he goes, "Her last moments, she looked at me and she said, 'Honey, it's okay.'" She goes, "You weren't that cheap." He goes, "I always wanted to stay at a 5-star hotel." He goes, "But today in this room," she goes, "I'm at a 5-star hotel, I'm ready to go." That story stuck with me, and that takes together what we did, what we created in these rooms, whether it was a concierge program, whether it was you know,
setting.
Right, the home-like setting, but the food program. And as we're expanding, we made our footprint in there. Now I'm so excited about what we're going to do to the exterior. And that is what our campaign is going to be, as we're bringing the first of its kind, a greenhouse.